there always has to be 5 points of contact, okay? Obviously, your head, you wanna keep your head down, okay? Your upper back, okay, that's 2. Upper back flat. Your butt, that's 3. Your feet, whether it's your toes or your heels, and I'll show you that in a second. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hand placement on the bar, okay? If you guys, like, if you're not thinking about those things when you're going to bench, like, things are kind of flying, maybe your legs are up, or your butt's coming off the bench, or your head's coming off the bench. There's a lot of things you might be missing out on as far as strength-wise to get the most power to the bar in the bench press. Number 1, okay, finding your grip placement, right? A good way to find your grip placement, if you don't know how far you should be, is I like to use these lines, right? So you see these lines, the smooth part, the knurling, and then you got these two rings right here, 1, 2, okay? If you don't have like an idea of where you should bench right from, when I first started, I always did it like a thumb distance from here. And for me, that felt pretty good, but then as I started to bench more and more, I realized like I have longer limbs, so I needed to be a little bit wider so that when I was in the bottom position, I wouldn't feel like I was like this, right? I wanted to have the weight as much as I could over my elbow, right? So I could press through the elbow instead of like feeling like I was here and I couldn't get optimal pressure up, right? It looks like when you're here, the bottom position, it's straight up and down from your elbow, right? Because if I was here, right, I would have this slight flare on my elbow, my hand be coming in, but I want it to be right here. So I like to use, for the taller guys, for the longer limbs, or if you just got longer arms, bring your hand, I like the ring finger, okay, on this line. For the bench press itself, guys, these are the most important things. And I'm gonna do number 1 most important thing for the bench press right here that most people do not do, they don't think about, they literally mess this up, and this is what leads people to injury, to just being weaker overall, to improper development, everything, okay? Upper back tightness. If you notice, you'll see powerlifters, see people lift, most people who are really strong, have a good bench, they lead with the upper back tightness. Now, let me explain this to you. So, if I had, go get a pencil.
There's no pencil.
That's fine, pen works, doesn't matter.
I was just dressing over there.
It's just a reference, okay? So, put this in the middle of my back. Let it go. You see it there?
Yep.
Okay. Right now, if I relax it, what happens?
It falls.
Okay, pick it up. I could have done that, but I didn't want to do it. Thank you. This is how you should be setting up on the bench press, okay? Shoulder blades, nice and flat. Still there in my back. Oh, still there. Now, you guys can see straight away what it did to my posture. Push my chest up, butt's still on the bench, head's on the bench, feet are on the ground. I'm able to press and use everything at one time. If your scapula, right, those are the bones on the back, like you see them when people like do this, it's like right there. And so when I'm doing this, it's flat. It creates like almost like a flat shelf in a sense. So being able to press the optimal amount of weight, you need to have the optimal base, okay? You'll notice you'll have that buddy that'll start to do this. Watch my shoulders. See, now my shoulders came up, right verse, my scapula's tight, and my shoulders are down and back. You're gonna feel a little different when you start doing this in the gym, but I promise you, like, it's gonna help you maintain more balance. It's gonna help you be able to press with more power. It's gonna keep you safer, and you're gonna be able to hit more properly your triceps, your shoulders, and your chest at the same time and get the most out of getting like the most weight on the bench press, okay? The next things you want to think about besides keeping your head flat on the bench, because a lot of people like they'll do this, and I'm even a culprit when it comes to like my neck coming up, because sometimes you feel more comfortable, but that can create, if you're moving maximum amount of weight, like a lot of tension in your neck, that could eventually bother you, you know, for months to come, because I could definitely relate to that as well. Now here, you want to keep your butt on the bench. You do want a slight arch in your back, like depending, you don't need like to have some like crazy like, you don't need to be like, you know, but you want to have a slight arch. You're gonna have a slight arch, your butt is gonna be tight, okay? So you guys probably don't even think about this stuff. You guys are probably just like sitting on the bench, relaxed. You're just like, oh, I'm here, I'm chilling, and I'm benching, and I'm a beast, you know? You wanna make sure your feet are on the floor. That's number one, whether it be through your heel or through your toe. You don't want to do this, okay? Don't wanna do this, don't wanna do this. Like if you're trying to get the most out of it, you need everything going towards that bar, okay? You got your grip, right? So start here. You have your grip, I got my feet on the ground, I got my upper back tight, and as I'm going down, I'm loading the barbell. My glutes are tight, and I'm pressing almost like up and back, right, with my whole body. Like, you guys will notice after a while, like, once you learn to drive from the floor, like literally from your feet all the way up towards the barbell, you're gonna get a lot stronger. And I know you might be seeing this and being like, what is he talking about, using my legs? But I mean, literally, like, big breath of air. As you bring the weight down, you have a big breath of air, and with everything you have, press. Like, don't blow all the air out, but press through your legs to the floor, drive through your elbows, and press all the way like up and slightly back, right? And that's gonna give you the strongest bench press possible, like I promise.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for more content like this, you gorgeous people.